Hey everyone, so if you've been following this channel, you might have noticed that I missed last Friday's upload. I was able to keep up for a while, but with work and school, I've just been really busy. So I think I'm going to move my uploads to just once a month. And on one hand, that's kind of sad because I like uploading more often, but on the other hand, if you look at channels like StyroPyro, Mark Rober, the people do this and are still very successful at it. So I'm gonna try that workflow. In the meantime, I would like to give a huge thank you to all of you who are sticking with me through this as I get things figured out, and I will tell you that I am not planning on going away anytime soon. Amidst the work and school and chaos and everything, I have been working on all sorts of projects that I hope to get up here very soon, and in the meantime, I really hope you enjoy this video, so without further ado, here we go. I suppose I should really learn to use Photoshop one of these days. Suppose I could do that now. Hello, Internet! Hello, Internet! Davis here, also known as Fluffball. Oh man, I need a haircut. Anyway, this is Fluffball the Wizard. So disclaimer here, I have been using Photoshop for all of about 40 minutes. Previously, I had just used GIMP for everything. But there was one thing that I immediately noticed that I wanted to fix, and there might already be a better way to do this, but I'm gonna show you my way. So over here in GIMP, I've got this little image here. I can hold the middle button on my mouse to pan it around, and that's consistent with most programs. I do a lot of CAD work, and that's pretty standard. It's just a pretty universal shortcut. Middle mouse button is for moving things. But if we go over here into Photoshop, I've got this little thing open, and middle mouse button doesn't do anything. You have to either use these scroll bars on the side with your mouse, or go over into the toolbar and grab the hand tool, at which point the left mouse button will move it around. Or if you're using other tools, like say I'm using the select tool, you can press and hold space, and then left mouse button, and then when you release, you'll go back to whatever tool you were using. But that's still too much. I want middle mouse button.
If something isn't exactly how you want it, you just make it exactly how you want it.
So I've got this nifty program called X mouse button, and it'll allow you to set up different profiles for what your mouse buttons actually do based on what program the mouse is currently over. So like for example, I set up a program in Minecraft to function as an auto clicker if I press one of the side buttons. Or in a CAD modeling program, I can set it up to like press the hotkey for orbiting a model so that I never have to touch the keyboard. So we're gonna use that here, but it's not as simple as you might think because of the mechanics of how the tool works. So like if we go in here, we're gonna go to middle button and the option that says simulated keys, and we're gonna make sure option number 3 is selected, which is during. That means it'll simulate the key press when you click the button and simulate the key release when you release the button. So what I initially wanted to do was say like space LMB for left mouse button. So that will, when I press the middle button, that means it'll actually tell the program that I'm pressing space and the left mouse button. So let's go ahead and apply that. But then if we go over in here, you can see that works, but now it doesn't work. It's not consistent. Like it doesn't work all the time. And I wasn't sure why that was, so I went ahead and added a little bit of delay here. So instead of just pressing space left mouse button, it'll say space and then wait 10 milliseconds and then press the left mouse button. So let's apply that, go back in here, and we still have that problem. It improves things a little bit, but not 100%. So I was messing around with mechanics, and I found that the way this actually works is what you have to do is you press space, and sometimes it won't register that you actually changed the tool until you move your mouse, at which point then you can left click and move it around, and that works every time. So what we're gonna do is go over here, and then we're gonna say space, wait 10 milliseconds, and then we're gonna say add, which means move the mouse by a certain number of pixels, and we're just gonna say like 3 pixels in the X and Y direction. So enough that the program will definitely notice, but you probably won't. And then wait another 10 milliseconds just to be safe, and then press the left mouse button. So if we apply that, go back over here, you can see this works 100% of the time, and it's glorious. 0 noticeable delay, even though it is technically 20 milliseconds. That's really not noticeable when you're doing this. And it is so much nicer to not have to reach all the way over to the keyboard or use the scroll bars or anything, just standard middle mouse button. This is amazing. I really hope you found it helpful. If you're here for the first time, this video is a little different than most of mine. Just a really short, quick tip that I wanted to share with you. But I strongly encourage you to check out the other videos on my channel because they're all amazing. Well, most of them. Unless you get really far down into the first video, don't go there. We don't talk about those. But hopefully something will catch your eye and earn your subscription. If you want to support the channel even further, you can head over to my Patreon page. But that's it for now. Thank you for stopping by, and until next time, make something, sing something, virtually hug someone. Stay safe out there. Catch you all next time. I didn't film any bloopers for my video. Do something funny. For your props, you have a bracelet and a tape measure.